it doesn't look like the D Live is working. I don't know why that is, but at least the Twitch is working. Let me see this. You guys can see me and hear me okay now? Out of sync. That's a bummer. Oh, you know what? I wonder if... Is my audio better now? Fine on my end through your link on Twitter. Okay, so Periscope looks good. Anybody on YouTube or Twitch? Okay, cool. Well, that works. I have no idea why my D Live isn't working. That is disappointing. 5.5 now on YouTube. Awesome. Well, you know, it's not a perfect science, but we'll get there eventually. I do really want to figure out how to get the D Live working, though. Well, anybody with any tips on how to get D Live working? Then I'm all ears. Well, you guys, I'm actually trying this, well, for a number of things. Number one is that probably when I do my lives on Tuesday nights, I'll probably start going live through all of these platforms. Why not? You never know when my YouTube might get taken away. I know a lot of the other people are moving to these platforms, and it's like, might as well, right? It also seems pretty cool to me to start reaching some more people. And I know a lot of the people on D Live and Twitch, for example, aren't necessarily watchers of the Cade Awakening. Hi, Anita. Okay, so what I want to know is, interesting. I also am going to have, hey, Foil. I also am going to have something else coming up, which is another reason why I'm testing this. But you guys will find out tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday, right? So Friday, I will show you my other reason for testing all of this out. I wonder why it's unable to connect. Sorry, I'm still going back to this. Well, I'll have to mess around with that later. 3 out of 4 ain't bad, right, guys? Some of these guys make this look so easy. How does Red Pill do it? How does Methods do it? They're live from like 97 different websites at the same time. They do it like magic. Stop making me look bad. I'm always the, this is actually very sophisticated as far as my channel has ever been, right? I don't even have a header up on my YouTube at this point. But yeah, if you guys are not already on Twitch and D Live following some of these other people, I'm not the only person that's moving over there. There are also a bunch of really awesome accounts that are starting to do their stuff on Twitch and D Live because they don't have a choice. They can't be on YouTube anymore. So, ideally, I'd like to see everybody kind of get to the same spot. You know, it would be cool if we could find, you know, the best of the best. There are also some other sites that I'm not going live from right now that are still kind of up and coming that like people are working on right now. And I wasn't able to link them. I'm just kind of playing around with this today, but there are also other sites that might be good. So I feel like all of the people, especially the ones that got kicked off of YouTube and have no choice but to be off of there, they're all kind of testing out all of these sites to see which is going to be the best. Obviously, you know, as of right now, it doesn't seem like everything, like one site has everything. Like some of these sites, you know, you can go live, but the videos don't stay up, or, you know, you can put up videos that stay up, but you can't go live, or there's no chat function, or there's no this, or there's no that. So I am on Parler, but I never really use it, Kyle. Actually, you guys, on my Twitter, the Kate Awakening, Kate_Awakening, sorry, at Kate_Awakening. In my bio, I have a link tree now because of all of this crap and and just everything getting shuffled around and us being everywhere all at once. So when I am on a new platform, I'll put the link in that link tree so you guys can always find me as long as my Twitter's up. You guys can always find me through that link tree, or like save my link tree, I guess, somewhere, and I'll always update it. But it has all of my links to um, uh, when I search on DLive for the Kate Awakening, I get no results. Thank you, Elfin. I don't know. So the URL is dlive.tv/the Kate Awakening. So maybe just put it directly into the browser. I'm seeing people there. I've got people following me over there, and it's there. But I have had trouble finding people also on DLive. I'm still new to that. I mean, let's face it, I still don't even know how to use YouTube. So so this is going to be an challenge, having 19 things going at once. The thing I do like, I'm using Restream right now, and it's kind of melding everything together. And I've got the chats from everything coming up in one chat, so that's really cool. And Fearless, you were saying you were watching in Restream, so you can go to the Restream and watch. It looks like you're looking. Your chat looks like it's coming from YouTube. Yeah, there are a bunch of people on Parler. I mean, I'm not against Parler. I just don't really have time. I'm just focusing on Twitter. I can barely focus on Twitter as it is. So, Charlie horse. Either that or I'm like morphing into a crab right now. My foot is turning into a clopper, lobster clopper. Those hurt so bad. I need to eat more. I need more potassium in my life. Excellent. The direct URL worked. Now following. Thank you. Awesome. Thank you so much. Watching in Twitch. Cool, cool. Buffering issue. Yeah, well, that's kind of bound to happen. Yeah, I don't know. But like I said, tomorrow I'll probably be doing this same thing, but with a twist, and working some kind of like baby steps. Right now, I'm doing this just myself, obviously, with no bells and whistles. Crab people. Magnesium, thank you. Magnesium is what I need for the foot cramps, apparently. So today it's just me. Tomorrow I will have somebody with me. So I need to start getting used to, using the Zoom and everything. And we're going to kind of go from there. I don't know how to use, like I have Streamlabs. I don't know how to use it. Eventually I would like to have an intro. Maybe I'll get something behind me other than the same thing that's been behind me for 2 years. 4,000 milligrams of potassium a day. I'm watching the Scottish news. Oops, it jumped. What happened? Oh, and what lies are being fed here? What a joke. Oh man. Well, it's everywhere, isn't it? Yeah, Foil. Hi, Foil. Foil, you have a DLive, right? Do you use Restream, or Restream when you do DLive, or do you just go live straight from DLive? All these new words I'm learning. I'm so hip and cool and with it, you guys. I fit in perfectly. Bananas. Yeah, that's a good source of potassium. Is when it was like late 90s, early 2000s that the blood type diet was like the new fad. I tried that and actually learned some interesting things about my body. Because what it had you do was cut everything out, and then you kind of just slowly start incorporating back into your diet, and then you can see, or like you'll just eat bananas for a day, or you'll just eat this for a day or whatever. I actually learned that a few of the things that I liked eating and that I ate a lot all the time were actually making me feel terrible. Bananas and chicken were the two I remember. I don't remember the other ones. Foil does rock. Tesla got moved, but he might come back. Pickle juice is a good quick fix for cramps. I've never heard that before, but I like pickle juice. Apple cider vinegar, no cramps. Yeah. Hi, Lucy. Yeah, apple cider vinegar is good to take little shots of all day long. Okay, so let me focus here for a second. Twitch is weird. I've never even anybody on Twitch before. So does it just stay behind that? Oh, there it is. Okay, so that's Twitch. It's really just Twitch and DLive. Hi, Elise. Oh, okay. That is one of the things that I wanted to do. Thank you for reminding me. Let's see. Okay, I can't do that right now. I do need to make a couple moderators. Do 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 do. Oh, am I gonna get a copyright for that? Okay. Chia seeds. I learned so much from you guys. This is really, really awesome. I think I actually have chia seeds. I used to put them in smoothies. You'd have to eat 100 bananas to equal what you need. Awesome. Yeah. So just take the supplements is basically what I'm hearing. The pic behind me, I don't know. We call him Pretty Dude. He just is some dude in a kilt. It was my mom's painting and now it's mine. And I have no idea who he is. Green olive juice. When I was pregnant, I literally used to put green olive juice on ice and just drink it. It was like a virgin dirty martini. So disgusting, but it was so good. So salty and good. This is all of my links should be on Linktree other than Periscope. I don't even that I threw in there because it was easy. I know it goes through Twitter or whatever, but I don't even really mess with Periscope either, but I figured I might as well put that on. Hi, friend. Say out loud from down under. Talk to you in forever. Good to see you. Bee pollen. I do have bee pollen. Okay, now let's see. Where is anything? Okay, there's that. I don't get super chats anymore because they demonetize me. YouTube hates me. I drink tonic water, but I can't remember the benefits. Well, there's quinine in tonic water. We know some of the benefits of quinine. It might be good for certain illnesses. Kate needs to check. Oh, hi, Methods. Thank you. Kate needs to check her Discord DM after the show. Thank you so much. I will do that. Any idea why my DLive didn't link, or do you think that's just a fluke? Because when I've got DLive, Twitch, Periscope, and YouTube, it looks like they're all set up, but for some reason, the 2 different times I tried going live, DLive didn't work either time. Maybe I'll just try deleting it and try again later. But thanks for being here, Methods. And gin. Yes, there's quinine in gin as well. Royal jelly with a vegetarian diet for 6 months will change many things. Apparently, tonic water doesn't help memory. You know, it's funny. When I was in high school, my best friend Katie, who was hysterical, had like the worst memory. And so she started taking, what was it? St. John's memory. Is it St. John's wort? No, that improves your mood. There was some supplement that was supposed to improve your memory. And so she started taking it because her memory just sucked. And a couple months later, I was like, Katie, what happened to those supplements that you were taking? And she's like, I kept forgetting to take them. And like, you have to take them at a certain time, or like, you can't just like take them whenever you want. It has to like build in your system. It's one of those things. So it wasn't worth it to just remember every once in a while. I thought that was pretty funny. Everybody's very into the diet stuff, keto, carnivore, all the way. You know, I tried, JC, I tried that keto diet and it wasn't for me. At first I was like, oh my God, this is exactly for me. I can eat all the meat and cheese I want, hardcore into it for a couple days. And I had like grease coming out of my pores. That's just how I felt. Some people's bodies do really well that I can't believe some of the things I've seen people be able to do with their bodies eating keto. I am not one of those people. And I just think you have to like kind of tinker around maybe sometimes with what works for you and what doesn't. That one, I just couldn't do it. Maybe I could. Ginkgo biloba. Thank you, Elise. Yeah, ginkgo biloba. Um, Kate, you've been to Scotland. I have been to Scotland. It's one of my favorite countries. It's beautiful. It has everything. When I went to Scotland, I went to, in the same trip, I went to Ireland, England, and France. And I would say of the two, France and Scotland were definitely, well, I loved all four. But to me, it was like everything that I loved about all of the places were kind of rolled into Scotland. Like it was so beautiful and green and lush. And just being from the United States, I knew I was in a different country when I just like looking around at the atmosphere. And then it had nightlife and like really great, well, it had great restaurants, but also some of the food you guys eat is no, and but some of the food was really great, and the people were just so beautiful and fun and funny. And then you'll be like in, there's a great like that we would hit like these time really mattered to me, like I wanted the clubs and the shopping and all of that, which you guys had. And then you would just like look over and there'd be a castle and you're just like, okay, there's just a castle. So it was really, but I also did some really cool stuff while I was in Scotland. Like I went whitewater rafting, I went abseiling, which is their version of rappelling. What else did I do? Kayaking. So I was doing kind of more adventurous things when I went to Scotland, as opposed to the other three countries where I basically just ate. And I gained so much weight that my own mother walked straight past me at the airport. She's like, psh. I'm like, Mom! And I got my nose pierced. I got my nose pierced in Paris. And she didn't recognize me. Like Ireland, only colder. You know, it was interesting, the difference that I noticed between Ireland and Scotland, like flying in, they're both super duper green, but they're both different colors of, they're both different shades of green. At least when I went there. Scotland was like this really dark green, and Ireland was kind of like this bright lime green. It was cool. Why you got to bring up old stuff from Tuesday? Hey, Pepe. The crab walk, Charlie horse dance. You loved it. That's great. Hey, Kate. Welcome to Twitch. Thank you, Prometheus. Ireland is beautiful too. That is true, Nancy. Shades of Pepe. The cruise control diet, is that a real thing? That sounds like something I could do. Do you feel healthy overall? Do you have enough energy between meals to handle physical exercises, etc.? Riley says. Yeah, that's the key, I think, to finding a diet that works for you. This is kind of cool. I got my eyelids pierced on Mars. Now when I blink, there's an annoying clinking sound. Oh, thank you, Methods. Yeah, I will message you as soon as I am done kind of messing around here. But I will make you a moderator. I should check Twitch, see how scary it's getting over there. You know, I can't even touch that right now. Seafood diet, seafood and eat it. EO2 Dave, how's it going? Leo, go to Ireland, rent a car, stay in the B&Bs only, and for a month, see everything, hang with the locals. That's really the best way to do mythical. Hi. That's really the best way to do anything, I find, is to spend time with the locals, go to where they go to. Don't, you know, one of the things, like, even not even in a different country, I went to Vegas. I've been to Vegas a bunch, but I went to Vegas with somebody that lived there, or I met somebody there that lived there, and went to the bars that she would go to. I'm like, I don't want to go to the Strip. I want to go where you go to. And we went to this dive bar that was like the best dive bar I've ever been to. So it's not something that you would think of. But I mean, if you're going to go in and experience another culture, you should just submerge yourself like right into that culture, and you know, stay out of the areas. I fast for 8 hours every time I sleep. I can't remember how long I fast for a long time too. I stopped eating at like 7:30, and then I don't eat until 1 pretty much. But that's just typical for me. I drink coffee with a lot of milk. Like, my coffee is beige. It's embarrassing. But I tried fasting. I think I was telling you guys on my live the other day, or last week, that I tried fasting. It didn't go so well. It was like every day I would get an hour later and then an hour later. But I know that if I could just push through it, I could get there. But then it was doing the psychological thing to me where it actually caused me to eat more. Because I was like, I'm lacking. I'm hungry. Like, everything was sounding good to me. All of the garbage that I have in my refrigerator was just sounding impeccable. So I did myself dirty. And then I like ate way more than I typically eat. So I'll try again on another day when like I said, I'm not doing it for health reasons. I'm doing it for spiritual reasons. Like, there's something subconscious where there's a letting go of when you take that break from eating. And so I had been reading about that. I was like, I'll give that a shot. You'll be in Scotland for New Year's Eve. How are COVID restrictions there? Stephanie asks. I don't know, but we have a few people in here that are in Scotland. So if you guys want to answer, because she's tweeting, or she's messaging on YouTube, but if you guys are in some of the other duders, then I can answer her for you. Sugar is deadly. Ain't that the truth? Cherry Awake, what is up? Dive bars and dive barbecues, real living. Meet the mayor and crazy homeless guy at the same visit. Yeah, that sounds like a good trip. Barbecues too. I have a friend that's like super into barbecue, and he goes everywhere he goes, like, he knows where the barbecue place is in that city. Just eat organic, no GMO, no need for a diet. I love how this has turned into health, but I love this stuff. I love this information. I love hearing this stuff, and ow, crab foot. Ow. God, I might have to get up. This is a bad one, guys. I might not make it. Go on without me. God, I used to get these all the time too. You know what I noticed? Interesting. I take CoQ10, and I was out of it, so I wasn't taking it for a while. And I haven't had foot cramps. I used to get them all the time, and I haven't had them in a long time. I just started taking the CoQ10 again, and now I've got foot cramps. I wonder if there's some kind of oh, Scottsdale, Arizona, not Scotland, Stephanie says. You're going to Scottsdale. Oh, cool. Yeah, lots of good places in Scottsdale. There are lots of good restaurants, that's for sure. Hope you like golf. Love and light from Liverpool. Awesome. Thank you for being here. The mental and spiritual clarity. Uh-oh, this jumps Even worse than the YouTube. The mental and spiritual clarity that comes with extended fasting is freaky. That's what I've heard, Dan, and that's what I want. I want to attain that, but I don't want to work for it. Can they deliver it to me? Can Postmates deliver me the results that I'm looking for? No, I know it's all about. I mean, there is no payoff, just like anything in life. There is no payoff unless you work for it. And typically, I'm into. It's the holidays, and there's lots of junk in my house, and it's not really my fault. But hey, Keystone, I don't like that it does this. I will say that. Sugar, the bitter truth on YouTube, Tim says. Interesting. I'll check that out. YouTube video keeps lagging. Oops, behind the sound, then snapping back together for me, Dawn says. Interesting. I kind of see it snap or like lagging here too. Elise, if the bottom of your foot is cramping, you need to point your toes towards your head when that happens. How does one point their toes towards their head is what I want to know. Metatron. Hello, friend. Sugar Bowl in Scottsdale. Zinc for cramps. I'm going to be taking a lot of supplements, you guys. I'm not going to have room in my belly for regular food. Hey, Dwayne. Yeah, all this talking about fasting is making people hungry. It's making me hungry as well. When I was young, I got foot cramps from high-heeled shoes to low-heeled. That was the same thing with me. I lived in high heels just from, I would say, like 19 years old and some age. And I mean, I was always, because I'm kind of short, and so I was just always in heels, and the higher the better. And I stopped wearing them. And actually, when I was pregnant with my son, I tried to go back to wearing them. It's like I'm like a newborn baby giraffe. Like I can't do it anymore. I don't know how to walk in heels anymore. It is like a skill. Yes, all social media platforms have issues in Europe, Keystone says. Yoga. Yeah, I will try you. I mean, I do yoga every once in a while. I'm just not, I don't like it because I'm not good at it. And I know you're not supposed to say, I'm going to get better, but intermittent is the most amazing thing you can do for yourself. But yes, it takes discipline. Well, like I said, the fasting thing for me was not for health reasons. I've heard the intermittent fasting is good for health reasons, but I was doing it for different reasons. The DLive link, the DLive doesn't work, but my DLive, in theory, is dlive.tv/the Kate Awakening. All of my links for everywhere that I will be, I will keep updating it, are on my Twitter. Twitter account is @Kate_awakening. And in my bio, there is a link tree, and all the links for DLive, Twitch, YouTube, everything are in that. You guys point your toes towards your head. I can point my toes towards your head. Will that work? Just get it amputated. I am in the US, and no, I don't have Scottish. I don't believe. I think she thinks Elise says, I think she thinks I told her to put her foot behind her head. I can't do that either. Kate's not very bendy. Hey, Paul. Live stream is all good through YouTube in Australia. Day one headaches and fasting are the first to get through. Lots of love from down under. Thank you for being here, Paul. Thank you so much. Good info. Yeah, I was starting to get the headaches. I was finding that drinking water helped that. I was just like, I couldn't stop thinking about food. And then I was like, I don't need this as badly as I want food. Turmeric root will help you recover fast after workouts, helps maintain the gut, mild pain reliever. I take that every night. Oh, Stephanie says, by the way, try fasting on the first 10 days of your period. So counting first day of period as 1, and then, oops, and then 10, also the first 3 days of your ovulation phase. That sounds like you would never eat. That's 10 days. Well, that's like half the month that you're not eating. But people swear by it. It sounds like it's worth a shot. I hate yoga. Ambi says, I hate yoga, but love Pilates and compound free weights. Uh, I am the same. I hate yoga, but love Pilates, but I don't do either. Give your body 16 hours to digest food, intermittent fasting. I stop eating at 4-ish, which works for me. EO2 Dave, where did your thing just go? Hydrant Hydration Drink Mix has all those supplements and electrolytes. The Michigan F-16 crash pilot has been found dead. Oh no, no, Metatron says. Oh no. I'll put Tesla back, but now that I'm using this camera instead of my phone to go live, you can't see it anyway. You'll just be looking at his crotch. And his hand, which somebody mentioned, he's making the Masonic M with his fingers, and now I can't not see that. So now I'm like, but we know he was a good guy no matter what. See ya, Foil. Love to you. Oh no. Now I gotta get caught up with this. Just stop eating food and eat the energy around you, Elise says. You know, when I went through my awakening experience, I was like doing that. I was on such a high. I was barely sleeping. I was barely eating, and I felt amazing. I was just like, I was so energized. I was so happy, and I was sleeping well. It was like the second my head hit the pillow, I was out. I didn't need caffeine. I didn't need anything. You don't have to chew when you eat air. Breatharian, Fearless says. Anita, I'm going to start doing 20 to 4 fasting. It's so hard giving up coffee, though. I drink it all day. You can't do coffee with that, Anita? That stinks. Oxygen soup. I'm about to have some oxygen soup right now. You don't have to give up coffee if you keep it just black. I used to drink coffee. I used to drink coffee black, and then I don't know why I went back to putting milk in it. It was a bad idea. No, I'm not going to do a whole sleeve. That's it for tattoos for me. Oh, Spiritual Gains is a nutritionist. Awesome. I feel like we all could use a nutritionist in our lives. It makes such a difference when you're working with somebody that knows what they're talking about and can actually kind of cater things to your particular body, because we're all different. No, not saying fasting for 10 days. I'm just saying fasting on any of those days in your cycle. Oh, good to know. That makes a big difference. When I do it, I usually just do 18 to 20 intermittent. Nice hair. Self. Bulletproof coffee is good. Thanks, Solar Flash. Speaking of Solar Flash, did we get like a little mini one yesterday or something? Did I see? I know a lot of people are talking about something that's supposed to happen on the 21st, right? I see these things on Instagram. That's really all I know. Leo says, been at this for almost 40 years. It's simple. Lift, eat no sugar, very, very low carbs, done. Good morning from NC. Hey, Suiterbug. Ask anything. More than happy to help. Awesome. Stop eating so much. Who said that? It jumped. Sarah. Yeah, my cough is gone. Look at me. My cough is gone. Can you guys believe it? Interestingly enough, remember how I was saying I thought it was a spiritual attack? Well, I went through that like second deep hole and was like doing a bunch of meditation and spiritual work and like grounding and hiking and blah 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 blah, blah, and now my cough is gone. What do you know? Who'da thunk it? You're supposed to be able to see the northern lights tonight here in KC, maybe. Awesome, Hannah. Oh, Metatron says no northern lights in Michigan last night. We'll check again tonight. That would be really cool. Get video of that if you see it. Hey, Adrienne. Remember I told you, whoops, it jumped. Metal plated face job. Remember I told you a pulse of energy is coming. Yes, I have been hearing that. Safari browser support is limited. We recommend switching to desktop Google Chrome for best appearance. Good to know. I guess tomorrow. Why does everything want me to use Chrome? I hate Chrome. I hate Chrome. YouTube doesn't like me saying that. I hate Chrome. Safari is so much better. It's like sleeker. I'm used to it. Really what it comes down to is I don't like change. I don't want anything new in my life ever. No, I'm not sunning my beehole. Thanks. It's not Napoleon. It's just some random dude. Northern Lights is on your bucket list. Same here. Thank you, Sarah. I'm happy too. I'm so glad. That was so annoying. That was so annoying, that cough. It would not, no matter what I did, it would not go away. And I never got sick. I wasn't sick. You know how when you get sick and you have a cough, the cough lingers and lingers and lingers. It wasn't like that. It was just like the cough came and like, am I getting sick? And then I never got sick. It was just that cough. I had it for months. Get that vitamin D. Oh, mythical. People are hoarding tissues again. People are stupid. Northern Lights are very cool to watch. I bet. They look like in person. They have those excursions that you can do where you go and like stay in a yurt, right? And sleep out under them. Be really cool. Hey, Kate, would you come up to the Scottish Highlands? I would love to. Actually, I read that whole Outlander series. I read those books. I was super into them. They actually since made a TV show, and I tried to watch it. It's like the books were good. The show was really good. Actually, I thought it was done really well. But I got to a point where what I liked to like what I could handle, I guess, changed. And that series is super rapey. There's a lot of rape in that book and TV show. But I loved watching the show because I love hearing that accent in my mind, how they speak. Kate, do you post the books you are reading online? Thanks, Mark. Okay, so on my Instagram, I actually was just talking, I just did an interview with Chrissy Mayer, and that'll go up, I think, on Tuesday. I'll let you guys know. Anyway, we were talking about just this on my Instagram, not the stories, but you know, the circles that you can keep on your stories, whatever those things are called, in your like under your bio. I have one that says books, and in it are most of the books I read. I don't always remember to put the books I read in there. I actually haven't remembered to put anything in there in a while. I just recently put in Bringers of the Dawn that I just finished, and I really highly recommend that one. But all of the books that I recommend, you can go through that anytime you want. It will always be there until they take my YouTube away. And she'll have fun, fun, fun. Whooping cough sounds like a song. Cough, hack, hack, hack. It wasn't whooping cough that I had. It was just a cough. I don't know. It was weird. Because so many people ask about the picture, you should just make up a different story every stream about the dude. You know what's funny about that? When I when I worked at Playboy, one time they gave me the task. This was a terrible idea on their part of taking people around the mansion to give them a tour, and I was just making things up, like making up facts about the house and just like certain things that had happened in different rooms or whatever, like just really, really kind of awful things that I was telling people, and everybody believed me. I know this dude. Oops, Tony. What happened to Tony? I need to find out. I know this dude named Tony who has some northern lights. You see stuff. Oh, it was a wee joke, guys. When are you going to interview guests? When am I going to interview ghosts? Man, wouldn't that be something? When am I going to interview guests? Well, perhaps this is leading me to do exactly that. That is coming. I am getting, I've been all these things I've been talking about for a long time. I'm finally doing. So these are the baby steps that are getting me there. First, I am establishing the platform. Just got to get DLive up and running on this. And then we've got that established. Tomorrow night, I'm going to be doing this on top of a Zoom. I'm going to have a guest with me tomorrow night. And yeah, we're going to be kind of just taking it from there, learning as I go a little bit. But what's a great read? I missed it. Fearless. Your cough is just an upgrade of your crystalline body. I like it. Still reading The Synchronicity Key by David Wilcock. Has anyone else read it? I haven't read The Synchronicity Key, but I read Ascension Mysteries? The Ascension one. And it was really good. I liked it. The first half of that book is basically like an autobiography about David, which I liked because he's like a metalhead from upstate New York, which is like kind of after my own heart. Got a real soft spot. So, and then, just hear, like, it was interesting to hear the background of how he grew up and stuff like that and how he got into doing what he does. And then the second half of the book, he goes more into all of the whistle, like the different kinds of ETs and different planets and bases and things like that. It was cool. I liked it. Get an inhaler and add colloidal silver. Interesting. I've never heard of that, but I do take colloidal silver. Hey, Kenny. Yes, mythical. I have been talking a lot about past lives and regression therapy, mostly because, well, for a number of reasons. One, I'm getting back into doing that. Number two, I've had several past life regressions over the course of, actually, that's another reason I think my cough is gone. Like some of that spiritual stuff was coming to connections. It's so interesting when you get into seeing these just karmic entanglements and contracts that you set up for yourself in these past lives. And then it really, honestly, all you really have to do is examine it. It doesn't take a lot of work beyond that. You just have to know where it came from and why these things, even allergies and things like that, people have been able to get rid of through hypnosis by just examining where they came from. Start with the dead animals in my basement. Fearless, you're funny. I don't even have a basement, so ha. Do you lucid dream? I did for the first time a couple weeks ago, Hannah says. No, I wish. That would be so cool. I think I have before, like maybe once or twice. I've talked about this on my show. My uncle can lucid dream. I'm super jealous of that. My mom can lucid dream. And The Synchronicity Key. Thank you. That's the name of that David Wilcock book. Thanks, Fearless. Metal plated face job says I lucid dream every night. That is so cool. No video or sound. Am I the only one just got here? Yolanda says somebody else will have to answer her because she doesn't have sound. Amanda says he's just promoting new age garbage though. You know, like, so one of the things I think that is getting past the you know, I used to look at the new age garbage myself and just like, you know, have um a very particular viewpoint of it that wasn't necessarily, and then I started to like explore different areas and realize that certain things that I was starting to believe and were making sense to me, and certain things I've actually experienced myself, by the way. That's a big one that'll burst you through those bubbles, like expanding your consciousness. When you have your own experience, then you kind of don't have to guess anymore. You don't have to take anybody else's word for it. You're kind of like, okay, well, I know at least this exists. But a lot of those things that I labeled new age crap, I started to realize were actually not some things I would want to be throwing away. So yeah, there's good and bad in everything. And the new age stuff got labeled, you know, we had the whole hippie movement. Actually, in Bringers of the Dawn that I was just reading, they, the, who was it, not the Pleiadians, talked about the hippie movement, the 60s and 70s, as being kind of kindergarten. It was like these downloads were coming in, and these messages of like free love and all of that, but these people had no idea what to do with it. So they were like, you know what they did. And so, you know, whatever. So they just didn't know how to handle it. Like we're getting a little bit closer to figuring out what to do with some of that information. So don't throw everything away under the label umbrella of something, is basically where I was going with that. One man's trash, Christina says. Exactly. Yeah. You know, it's not to say that you have to, you know, accept all things. It's just that it helped me to kind of look at everything and just kind of pick and choose, like take things that worked from certain areas, and it's not like you have to accept everything especially when it comes down to a movement. Like, what is the new age movement? Well, you find studies on all kinds of topics umbrellaed underneath that. So, you know, I know, Anita, we need to do a past life regression on you. I just need to figure out how to do it remotely. Okay, so, hey, Tyler. Alva has a YouTube channel. She has lots of hypnosis videos. Awesome. Thanks, Yolanda. You bought the raw material. Awesome, Kimberly. I hope you enjoy it. Remember, it's very dry, but just kind of muscle through it for the first chapters. And once you start getting into the information, I promise you it'll be worth it. Hey, Dylan. Take what resonates with you and leave the rest. Exactly. Hey, Rod from Washington State. Beautiful Washington State. All right. I'm wondering, well, what can I do? Maybe if this isn't going to be very, excuse me, the hiccups, entertaining for you guys for a second, because I gotta get to work. No, I have to figure out. So what do I do? Settings. Okay, so I'm going to try to remove the DLive channel and then put it back. So I wonder if I should try going live just one more time. I have a few more minutes. I know that makes it annoying for you guys because some of you might have to like jump back onto a different stream, but no big deal if you don't make it back, because I'm really just going to test that. And keep an eye on my Twitter, I guess, for tomorrow. And what I'll basically be back, but it might be on a different channel. We shall see. So I'm going to end this, and then I'm going to try it again. And if you guys stick around, then I will see you there. And if not, I will see you